Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, it's morning here, like I usually say. And this is me. I'm Brian. Welcome to the channel. Oh, so you got a couple people already. Yay, I'm popular. Yay. How's it going, man? How's it going, you two? Good morning, pizza. You're up early as usual. Well, and good afternoon. I think it's afternoon where you're at, isn't it, Joe? I think so. Who knows? Time zones and everything. Yeah, I know I usually get it okay, but this morning it's just like it's Thursday. I don't have. I thought I was going to have to take my buddy to appointments this morning, but it's this afternoon. It's just one, so yeah. So welcome to the channel. We're here for poetry because I'm a poet, and that's what we do here. We work on poetry and we make it into songs using the dreaded AI. So without much further ado, hey Cricket, how's it going, sir? Yay, I was right. I was right. Me and my best brain is smuffed. Yes, it's too early in the morning, and I've been up too long. But yes, you're here, and I'm here, and we're here, and wherever you are at, I appreciate you being here with me. Now, let's get on with the show. What's the show you say? You said poetry and music, but I'm a drummer, not a musician. See, I got the drumstick here. Well, I use the technology tools, AI. It's a lot better at it than I am. So, so we take these poems, 6 of them, as a matter of fact, from 6 poets. We stick it into this. Well, not literally stick it in, but we plug the poetry into this artificial intelligence music generator, and it spits out a couple tracks, and we listen. That's the beauty. You don't hear it until I hear it. I don't hear it until you guys hear it. Well, unless you're on the replay crew, and then we already heard it, but you're experiencing it with us for the first time too. So it's all relative. Let's get on with the show now, shall we? Be sure to like and subscribe because we're still holding fast at 457 in the subscriber anxiety games. All right, so what are we going to accomplish here today? Let me make sure everything is correct there. And I'll share this screen here. All right. We're bringing back old Langston Hughes, bringing one of his uh, chocked full, spitful, full of social commentary, especially for his time, and somewhat with ours too, because you know how human nature is. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Brass spittoons. And then bringing back E. E. Cummings, because why not? We love him around here. Echo, a letter starting. We'll see when we get there. And Walt Whitman, who his stuff is interesting. A leaf for a hand, or leaf for hand in hand. Let's get it right, Brian. Get it right. Again, my excuse is it's too early in the morning, and I've been up too long, and I haven't had enough coffee. Then, for the second half of that part of the show, because we're going to play more afterwards, because it's a Thursday, and there's nothing going on this morning. Thomas Gray, I think this is a new one. If I Should Die. And then, of course, Shelley. We love Shelley around here. We love the romantics. Evening to Harriet. And we're going to round out the show with Dorothy Parker, Fair Weather. So what do you think? Some interesting selections today. They just kind of pick me and I pick them. And now we're going to find out what's going to happen. Messes shouldn't really matter with family. Hey, that's cool. Hope you have fun. Yeah, they can pitch in. Make them earn their keep. All right. Was out at Stacy Tom's and her hubby yesterday having lunch, The whiskey. Oh, cool. Yeah, I know. I'm jealous that it's not jealous, but I love living out in the middle of nowhere. It makes me hard to get to for certain things. Uh, but it also makes it hard to get to places to where we could do meetups like a lot of you guys are in like California or other parts of the community in Florida or other, and that's a trek for me or across the world. And in some ways today, in these days, it's best to just stay near the home front. At least you know what's going on. Uh, all right. Enough of my jibber jabber here. Enough of the yakking of the yaws. Let's get to playing let's get to playing the playlist. All right. Yeah. All right. Go for the details. Get it in the right. Okay. This one is the first version of Brass Spittoons by Langston Hughes.
Clean the spittoons, boy. Detroit, Chicago, Atlantic City, Palm Beach. Clean the spittoons, the steaming hotel kitchens, and the smoking hotel lobbies, and the sliming hotel spittoons, part of my life. Hey boy, a nickel, a dime, a dollar, $2 a day. Hey, hey boy, a nickel, a dime, a dollar, $2. Buy shoes for the baby, house rent to pay, gin on Saturday, church on Sunday. My God, babies and gin and church, and women and Sunday, all mixed with dimes and dollars and clean spittoons and house rent to pay. Hey boy, a bright bowl of brass is beautiful to the Lord. Bright polished brass like the symbols of King David's dancers, like the wine cups of Solomon. Hey boy, a bright bowl of brass is beautiful to the Lord. Bright polished brass like the symbols of King David's dancers, like the wine cups of Solomon. Hey boy, a clean spittoon on the altar of the Lord. A clean bright spittoon, no newly polished. At least I can offer that coming boy. Hey boy, a nickel, a dime, a dollar, $2. Buy shoes for the baby, house rent to pay, gin on Saturday, church on Sunday. My God, babies and gin and church and women and Sunday, all mixed with dimes and dollars and clean spittoons and house rent to pay. Hey, and house rent to pay.
Both loud and full of social commentary. So what'd you think of that version? Hey, no face. What? You can't hear me? I can't hear you either. Yes, that was loud. Well, sometimes, that's what it brings out in from whatever. I don't know. It's like, wow. And borderline racism aside, that was great. I like it. I like that. Just for the sheer loudness of it. How is it going, Matrix, my friend? How you doing, shipmate? Oh, all right. So let's just go ahead and play the second one. Today's show is interesting so far. It started off really, really interesting. All right, Brass Spittoons, version 2.
Clean the spittoons, boy. Detroit, Chicago, Atlantic City, Palm Beach. Clean the spoons, the steam in hotel kitchens, and the smoke in hotel lobbies, and the slime in hotel spittoons. Part of my life. Hey boy, a nickel, a dime, $1, $2 a day. Hey boy, a nickel, a dime, $1, $2. Buy shoes for the baby, house rent to pay, gin on Saturday, church on Sunday. My God, babies and gin and church and women and Sunday, all mixed with dimes and dollars and clean spittoons and house rent to pay. Hey boy, a bright bowl of brass is beautiful to the Lord. Bright polished brass like the symbols of King David's dancers, like the wine cups of Solomon. Hey boy, a clean spittoon on the altar of the Lord, a clean bright spittoon all newly polished. At least I can offer that. Come here,
That was interesting and quite pretty. Hey, Style. Thanks for dropping by. Hopefully, whatever is going on in 5 minutes doesn't suck and is over quickly, unless it's enjoyable and then may it last for a long time. I am amusing myself quite easily this morning. Like I said earlier, it's too early and I've been up too long. Yeah, I need to put that on a shirt. Oh, if I could ever get off my ass and figure out how to do that. Yeah, yeah, that was spittoons. like I said, social commentary aside, which the spittoons and all that other stuff could be a metaphor for what's going on today. That was, I have to agree. Number two was the better track. So yeah, very lovely vocals, very pretty. Yeah, and it's like we went from one extreme to the other. I'm like, yeah, love it, just love it. Yeah, merch ideals. We'll figure it out. I guess. I don't know. Let me get some work done, and then I'll get back to you because I've got a lot of. I found out yesterday my 12-page paper, the first draft of it, basically the final draft of it is due in a little over 3 weeks. Oh yeah, so you know what I'm going to be doing? Yes, and I have to watch a hour-long video and write a 500-word, very comprehensive essay on it. Yeah, I'm going to be busy, so I'll get with you with that. We'll talk. All right, we are on our second one here. Wow. Usually we were. All right, let me copy that there. Oh, I know I can do it. It's just getting it's getting the it's getting ready to hit the fuck it button. Oh yeah, well, like I said, we'll talk. All right, so here we go. This is Echo, a letter starting. E. Cummings.
Aqua letter starting, dearest we, remarkably brief, but covering one complete miracle of nearest far. I cordially invite me to become no one except yourselves, RSVPP. She cannot read or write, La Moon employs a very crazily how clown like that. This quickly ghost scribbling from there to where, name unless I'm mistaken, Chauvisaurus, whose grammar is atrocious, but so what? Princess Celine doesn't know a thing, who's much too busy being her beautiful. Yes, the place is now, let us accept the time. Forever, and you'll wear your silver shoes.
That was cool. What'd you think? That's another one I want to put on a shirt. What did you think? What did you think? What do you think of that? Let's see what we got here. Hi Jennifer. Hi Jennifer. Thank you for dropping by as usual. Nice to see you. Yeah, they can be it can be interesting what you end up calling yourself sometimes. I kind of stick with this. I identify as a poet. If you got to identify as something, might as well identify as that. All right, we are on the Walt Whitman. Today's Walt. Wow, the second one is a minute and 7 seconds. Maybe it cut it. I don't know. A leaf for hand in hand. Walt Whitman. No, I gotta go back. Hold on a second. I am embarrassing myself because I didn't play the second version of the E. E. Cummings one. Pay no attention to me, like I said. It's too early in the morning, so we'll get back to this one. Ha ha! Don't you just love live TV? Live entertainment, embarrassing myself for all the world to see. Here's the second version.
Echo letters starting, dearest, we unsigned, remarkably brief, but covering one complete miracle of nearest far. I cordially invite me to become no one except yourselves RSVPP. She cannot read or write, La Moon employs very crazily, how clown-like that. This quickly goes scribbling from there to where name, unless I'm mistaken, show of source whose grammar is atrocious. But so what? Princess Celine doesn't know a thing, who's much too busy being her beautiful, yes. The place is now, let us accept the time forever, and you'll wear your silver shoes. Princess Celine doesn't know a thing, who's much too busy being her beautiful, yes. The place is now, let us accept the time forever, and you'll wear your silver shoes. The place is now, wherever, and you'll wear your silver shoes.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Well, you got here when I, yeah. Live stream embarrassments. But guess what? That was pretty cool. Well, number one was better than number two, but I think that one might need to be funked up a little bit. Yeah, we might do the psychedelic funk to that. All right, just hold on a minute. Puppy needs to go outside. All right, let me get this one started, and I gotta let Bella out. All right, here we go. This is, now we're at the Walt Whitman one. Version 1 of A Leaf for Hand in Hand. All right.
in hand, you natural persons old and young, you on the Mississippi and on all the branches and bayous of the Mississippi, you friendly boatmen and mechanics, you roughs, you twain, and all processions moving along the streets. I wish to infuse myself among you till I see it common for you to walk hand in hand. A leaf for hand in hand, you natural persons old and young, you on the Mississippi and on all the branches and bayous of the Mississippi, you friendly boatmen and mechanics, you roughs, you twain, and all processions moving along the streets. I wish to infuse myself among you till I see it coming for you to walk hand in hand. A leaf for hand in hand, you natural persons old and young, you on the Mississippi and on all the branches and bayous of the Mississippi, you friendly boatmen and mechanics, you roughs, you twain, and all processions moving along the streets. I wish to infuse myself among you till I see it common for you to walk hand in hand and
I don't know about you, but that was freaking cool. That sax solo. Oh my lord. Oh Walt. I wonder what these guys would think about what we're doing here. Some of them would probably go, and others would be like, yay. Like, how's it going, kiddo? How's your day been? Evening. 2? We haven't even heard number 2 yet. All right. Let's just go ahead and put in number 2 because that was cool. I don't know. This one's only a minute long, so we'll see what it sounds like.
A leaf for hand in hand, you natural persons old and young, you on the Mississippi and on all the branches and bayous of the Mississippi, you friendly boatmen and mechanics, you roughs, you twain, and all processions moving along the streets. I wish to infuse myself among you till I see it common for you to walk hand in hand.
Yes, definite winner. I'm going to have to put that. I already knew what was going to cut us off. Cut us off. I like both of them. See? Unlimited content. All right, so we're done with the first part of the show. Yes, I knew you would love that one. That's that freaking Timu Dio going on there. I love. Yeah, it's a bit insane by the sound of it. Yes. Oh, that one definitely has to be redone in the newer version. So another one for probably to show tomorrow. I don't know. I'll probably I'll do a review and redo tomorrow. Yeah, since I don't have class tomorrow either. It's today we're getting a long weekend. Long weekend, so I got like work to do, like papers and essays and stuff. So cool. All right, so I'm gonna play this one here. And I'm gonna go check on my dog. All right. This is Thomas Gray. If I Should Die.
If I should die and leave you, be not like the others, quick undone, who keep long vigils by the silent dust and weep for my sake. Turn to life and smile, nerving thy heart and trembling, and to comfort weaker souls than thee. Complete these unfinished tasks of mine, and I perchance may therein comfort thee. If I should die and leave you, be not like the others, quick undone, who keep long vigils by the silent dust and weep for my sake. Turn to life and smile, nerving thy heart and trembling, and to comfort weaker souls than thee. Complete these unfinished tasks of mine, and I perchance may therein comfort
lot of material these days. I like that one. You guys are going to hear that one again. I'm assuming that gray you were talking about. Whenever someone talks about gray in clothing, I think of the movie Notting Hill after the Hugh Grant character's roommate, Spike, alerts the media to the Julia Roberts character being there, and Spike goes out in nothing but his underwear, and he comes back in and goes, "Chicks dig gray," or however he did it. I always thought that was funny. Of course, of the rom-coms out there I like, that's one of my faves. That scene during the middle of it where it's transitioning from, and they're playing Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone. That scene where it's transitioning through the seasons and everything is great. Great cinematography. Great scene. Anyways, yes, I do like rom-coms sometimes. Although lately, I haven't watched much of anything lately. Although I did finish a movie not too long ago called The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. I highly recommend it. It's pretty fun. All right. Let's see what the second version of that has in store for us. All right. Here we go.
If I should die and leave you, be not like the others, quick undone, who keep long vigils by the silent dust and weep. For my sake turn to life and smile, nerving thy heart and trembling hand to comfort weaker souls than thee. Complete these unfinished tasks of mine, and I perchance may therein comfort thee. If I should die and leave you, be not like the others, quick undone, who keep long vigils by the silent dust and weep. For my sake turn to life and smile, nerving thy heart and trembling hand to comfort weaker souls than thee. Complete these unfinished tasks of mine, and I perchance may therein comfort thee. And I perchance may therein comfort thee.
Yes, you hit it right. I like it. I like it when it does that to us. So you can. I like both. We're almost done with this part, so don't worry. I'm too fat for spandex. Even if I wasn't too fat for it, I probably wouldn't wear it. Oh boy. Yes, but that's what I love about it. Both. Yeah, both. Why choose when you can have both? It's still a free country in some respects. All right. All right, my friends. We are on the next to the last poem for this part of the show. Shelley, Evening to Harriet. Yes, let's see here. Evening to Harriet. Piercy Miss Shelley.
O thou bright sun, beneath the dark blue line of western distance, that sublime descendest, and gleaming lovelier as thy beams decline, thy million hues to every vapor lendest, and over cobweb lawn and grove and stream sheddest the liquid magic of thy light, till calm earth with the parting splendor bright shows like the vision of beauty of a stream. What gazer now with astronomic eye could coldly count the spots within thy sphere? Such were thy lover, Harriet, could he fly? The thoughts of all that makes his passion dear, and turning senseless from thy warm caress, pick flaws in our close woven happiness. What gazer now with astronomic eye could coldly count the spots within thy sphere? Such were thy lover, Harriet, could he fly? The thoughts of all that makes his passion dear, and turning senseless from thy warm caress, pick flaws in our close woven happiness.
Choir music, huh? See, that's what I love about this. You never know what the fuck you're gonna get, and that one has potential. We'll have to figure something out for that one. But remember, we still have a second version to listen to. So it's not over yet. Oh, I amused myself so greatly.
O thou bright sun, beneath the dark blue line of western distance that sublime descendest, and gleaming lovelier as thy beams decline, thy million hues to every vapor lendest, and over cobweb lawn and grove and stream sheddest the liquid magic of thy light, till calm earth with the parting splendor bright shows like the vision of a beauteous dream. What gazer now with astronomic eye could coldly count the spots within thy sphere? Such were thy lover, Harriet, could he fly the thoughts of all that makes his passion dear, and turning senseless from thy warm caress, pick flaws in our close woven happiness. What gazer now with astronomic eye could coldly count the spots within thy sphere? Such were thy lover, Harriet, could he fly the thoughts of all that makes his passion dear, and turning senseless from thy warm caress.
And it cut us off. Don't make it sound all finalistic, dude. No, see you next time. Yeah, something's going to have to be done, but you think that second one is beautiful? Okay. We might run that one through 4.5 or 5.0. Who knows? But yeah, have a good day. And you voted for number one. Okay. You know what that means? We're at the Dorothy Parker version of track, poem, however you want to describe it. However you want to put it, we're on the penultimate track for the first part of the show. Fair Weather, Dorothy Parker, and this is another 4-minuter, so let's find out.
I see. Here are sweet waters, pretty in the sun, whose quiet ripples meet obediently a marked and measured line, one after one. This is no sea of mine that humbly lays, untroubled sands spread glittering and warm. I have a need of wilder, crueler waves. They sicken of the calm who knew the storm. So let a love beat over me again, losing its million desperate breakers wide, sudden and terrible to rise and wane, roaring the heavens apart, a reckless tide that casts upon the heart as it recedes splinters and spars and dripping salty weed. So let a love beat over me again, losing its million desperate breakers wide, sudden and terrible to rise and wane, roaring the heavens apart, a reckless tide that casts upon the heart as it recedes splinters and spars and dripping salty weeds.
There. That was funny. It just didn't want to end. All right. That was interesting. It just didn't want to give up. Wow. Oh, wow. All right. All right. This one is 2 minutes and 39 seconds. So, find out.
This level reach of blue is not my sea. Here are sweet waters, pretty in the sun, whose quiet ripples meet obediently a marked and measured line, one after one. This is no sea of mine that humbly lays untroubled sands spread glittering and warm. have a need of wilder, crueler ways. They sicken of the calm who knew the storm. So let a love beat over me again, losing its million desperate breakers wide, sudden and terrible to rise and wane, roaring the heavens apart, a reckless tide that casts upon the heart as it recedes splinters and spars and dripping salty weed. Upon the heart as it recedes splinters and spars and dripping salty weeds.
Well, what do you think? Interesting show. Good afternoon, Irish. How you doing? Thanks for dropping by. It's been an interesting show. There's some good stuff and some painful stuff. It's stuff to work with for later. So tomorrow we're going to do a review and redo. But what are we going to do now? I'm just going to play something. Yes, you liked two. Two was better than one. Two is better than one sometimes. Or two can be as bad as one. Oh, I'm just too witty for my own good sometimes. All right, you wanted reggae, no face. Here we go.
Fuzzy fellow without feet, yet doth exceeding run. Of velvet is his countenance, and his complexion done. Sometime he dwelleth in the grass, sometime upon a bough, from which he doth descend in plush upon the passer-by. All this in summer, but when winds alarm the forest folk, he take deaf damask residence and struts in sewing silk. Then finer than a lady emerges in the spring, a feather on each shoulder, you'd scarce recognize him. By midnight cleft caterpillar, by me, but who am I to tell the pretty secret of the butterfly? Fellow without, yet doth exceeding
eyes had once, and of their shadows deep. How many love your moments of glad grace, and loved your beauty with love all so true. But one man loved the pilgrim soul in you, and loved the sorrows of your changing face. And bending down beside the glowing bars, murmur a little sadly how love fled, and paced upon the mountains overhead, and hid his face amid a crowd of stars. How many love your moments of glad grace, and loved your beauty with love false or true. But one man loved the pilgrim soul in you, and loved the sorrows of your changing face. Your moments of glad grace, and loved your beauty with love false or true. But one man loved the pilgrim soul in you, and loved the sorrows of your changing face. Oh yeah, la, 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 la. Oh yeah, la, 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 la. There is May in books forever. May will part from Spencer never. May's in Milton, May's in Pride, May's in Chaucer, Thomson Dyer, May's in all the Italian books. She has old and modern nooks where she sleeps with nymphs and elves in happy places they call shelves, and will rise and dress your rooms with a drapery thick with blooms. Come ye rains, then if ye will, May's at home and with me still. But come rather, thou good weather, and find us in the fields together. And we'll rise and dress your rooms with a drapery thick with blooms. Come ye rains, then if ye will, May's at home with me still. But come rather, thou good weather, and find us in the fields together.
From the desert I come to thee, on a stallion shod with fire, and the winds are left behind in the speed of my desire. Under thy window I stand, and the midnight hears my cry. I love thee, I love thee, with a love that shall not die till the sun grows cold and the stars are old and the leaves of the judgment book unfold. Look from thy window and see my passion and my pain. I lie on the sands below, and I faint in thy disdain. Let the night winds touch thy brow with the heat of my burning side, and melt thee to hear the vow of a love that shall not die till the sun grows cold and the stars are old and the leaves of the judgment book unfold. My steps are nightly driven by the fever in my breast, to hear from thy lattice breathe the word that shall give me rest. Open the door of thy heart and open thy chamber door, and my kisses shall teach thy lips the love that shall fade no more till the sun grows cold and the stars are old and the leaves of the judgment book unfold and the leaves of the judgment book unfold.
Actually, I think Irish really rock a cowboy hat. Maybe we should get a fund up to send her one. She can show us when she's out. You can show us. You can wear your cowboy hat while you're out protesting the org there in Dublin. That would be awesome. Oh yeah, let's play one more country here. Oh yeah, I don't know what's gotten into me here. Where is it? I know it's right here. No, wrong folder. Let's go here. Where is it? Right there. Haha.
After the sun's eclipse, the brighter angel and the spear which drew a bridal outcry cried from her open lips. She could not prove it true, nor think at first of any means to test by what she had been wedded or possessed. Not all cries were the same. There was an island in mythology called by the very vowels of her name, where vagrants of the sea, changed by a wand, were made to squeal and cry as heavy captives in a witch's style. The proof came soon and plain. Visions were true, which quickened her to run God's barefoot errands in the rocks of Spain, beneath its beating sun, and lock the oath of ecstasy within. The tempered consonant of Disitan. Came soon and plain. Visions were true, which quickened her to run God's barefoot errands in the rocks of Spain, beneath its beating sun, and lock the oath of ecstasy within. The proof came soon and plain. Visions were true, which quickened her to run God's barefoot errands in the rocks of Spain, beneath its beating sun, and lock the oath of ecstasy within. The tempered consonant of discipline.
Have a good one, dude.
What words we had, we wheeled and kneeled, we knelt and wept, we wrung the wet, the sweat, we racked our lips, we rang for words to ward off sleep, to warn ourselves to warn. The earth we mounted wound our vows until it fit, and fits the earth we mounted, rouse and rock, we harped, we yawned and tried to yarp and tried to fix, we facted, felt we fact and fan-fed, anthem, hammered, felt the words were stagnate, snapping half in heat. The wane, the melt, what words we'd hoarded, halved in a holy porous. Meanwhile, tide still tide, and we still sweat the sweat. We racked our lips, we rang for words to ward off sleep, to warn ourselves to warn. The earth we mounded, wound our vows until it fit and fits. The earth we mounded, roused and rocked. We harped beyond and tried beyond and tried to fix a fix. We facted, felt we facted, fan-fed anthems, hammered, felt the words were stagnate, snapping half in heat. The way the mouth, what words we'd hoarded, halved and holy porous. Meanwhile, tide still tide, and we still wash for sounds to mark and mark. Still wash for sounds to mark and mark.
Aren't I a stinker? Hey!
Maud went to college, Sadie stayed home. Sadie scraped life with a fine-tooth comb. She didn't leave a tangle in, a comb found every strand. Sadie was one of the livingest chicks in all the land. Sadie bore 2 babies under her maiden name. Maud and Ma and Papa nearly died of shame. When Sadie said her last so long, her girl struck out from home. Sadie left as heritage her fine-tooth comb. Mama went to college, is a thin brown mouse. She is living all alone in this old house. When Sadie said her last so long, the girl struck out from home. Sadie left as heritage her fine-tooth comb. Maud went to college, is a thin brown mouse. She is living all alone in this old house. Already fallen plum bloom stars the green apple boughs, and apple boughs is not as old toads back. Ooh. Where there's small roses, there a rose is seen. The building thrush watches old job who stacks. Ooh. bright bulldozers on the sunny fence. The pencil grunts to hear him stumping by, and tries to push the bold and scamper thence. But her ring snout still keeps her to the start. He lets her run away, she snorts in bundling gallop for the cottage door, with hungry hubbub begging crusts and orts. Then like the whirlwind bumping round once more. Nuzzle in the dark, making the pullets run, and sulky as a child when her play's done. Plum bloom stars the green apple boughs, and apple boughs as gnarled as old toads back. Ooh. Where there's small roses, there a rose is seen. Ba-da-ba. The building thrush watches old Job who stacks. Ooh. The bright bulldozers on the sunny fence. The pencil grunts to hear him stumping by, and tries to push the boat and scamper thence. But her ring snout still keeps her to the start. Lets her run away, she snorts in bundling gallop for the cottage door, with hungry hubbub begging crust and orts. Then like the whirlwind bumping round once more. Nuzzle in the dark, making the pullets run, and sulky as a child when her play's done.
No, unfortunately, you're not the only one who wants bacon when they see the cute pig. And you know, as I've said here before, it's God's tastiest animal. But there's also one very important thing. Something has to die every day for us to live. So we need to honor that something sacrifice by cooking it well and enjoying it. Believe me, I like pork way too much to go veg. Yeah, we all are anyways, from one hell. Some pig. Yeah. Oh, how is it going, Haggis? Well, I wasn't going to play it because Joe left, but let's just play it. Here we go.
This plowman dead in battle slept out of doors many a frozen night, and merrily answered staid drinkers, good bedmen and all boors. At Mrs. Greenland's hawthorn bush, said he, I slept, none knew which bush above the town. Beyond the drover, 100 spot the down. In Wiltshire, and where now at last he sleeps, more sound in France that to his secret keeps. This plowman dead in battle slept out of doors many a frozen night, and merrily
answered staid drinkers, good bedmen and all bores. At Mrs. Greenland's hawthorn bush, said he, I slept, none knew which bush above the town. Beyond the drover, 100 spot the down. In Wiltshire, and where now at last he sleeps, more sound in France that to his secret keeps. Above the town, beyond the drover, 100 spot the down. In Wiltshire, and where now at last he sleeps, more sound in France that to his secret keeps. I slept, none knew which bush above the town, beyond the drover, 100 spot the down. In Wiltshire, and where now at last he sleeps, more sound in France that to his secret keeps.
All right, let's see here. Yes. I had something planned to say, but oh yeah, here. Yes, and we were issued the ticket the night we went to the party with our dad and came home with our mom. Parents are cruel. Well, thanks for dropping by and spending that little bit of time with us. Hopefully you don't work too hard and it's fun. Yeah. It's too early in the morning and I've been up too long. Oh Lord. Oh. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right. Here, come on, Lancelot. Do your damnedest to fuck shit up.
A bow shot from a bower eaves, he rode between the barley sheaves. The sun came dazzling through the leaves and flamed upon the brazen greaves of bold Sir Lancelot. A Red Cross Knight forever kneel to a lady in his shield that sparkled on the yellow field beside remote Shalott. Some branch of stars we see hung in the golden galaxy. The bridal bells rang merrily as he rode down from Camelot. And from his blazoned baldric slung a mighty silver bugle hung. And as he rode his armor rung beside remote Shalott. Some bearded near
when sunlight glowed on burnished hooves, his warhorse strode from underneath his helmet flowed, his coal black curls as on road as he rode down from Camelot. From the bank and from the river he flashed into the crystal mirror. Tira-lira, tira-lira, sang Sir Lancelot. Oh, she left the web, she left the loom, she made 3 paces through the room. She saw the waterflower bloom, she saw the helmet and the plume. She looked down the Camelot, out flew the web and floated wide. The mirror cracked from side to side. The curse has come upon me, cried the Lady of Shalott.
Honestly, no face. I'm surprised no one thought about that earlier. And I don't think the kiddo minds either. And you know what? Let's play another rocker. Yeah. Just got to get into the right folder, which is right here. Where is it? Here. Here. day to you too. Me and my fake Aussie Southern accent. Oh, I was going to say it again, but I'm not going to. How was your day, Afila? Thanks for dropping. I think I'm just going to. Let's do this one. This is always a good one. Wordsworth.
It is a beauteous evening, calm and free. The holy time is quiet as a nun, breathless with adoration. The broad sun is sinking down in its tranquility. The gentleness of heaven broods o'er the sea. Listen, the mighty being is awake, and doth with his eternal motion make a sound like thunder everlastingly. Dear child, dear girl, that walkest with me here, if thou appear untouched by some thought, thy nature is not therefore less divine. Thou liest in Abraham's bosom all the year, and worshipst at the temples in a shrine. God being with thee when we know it not.
Keep it rocking.
Banish air from air, divide light if you dare. They'll meet. Wild cubes in a drop, or pellets of shape. Fit films cannot annul, odors return whole force flame. And with a blonde push over your impotence, flit steam.
air from air. Divide light if you dare. They'll meet. While cubes in a drop or pellets of shape. Fit films cannot annul. Orders return whole force flame. And with a blunt push over your impotence, split steam. And with a blunt push over your impotence, split steam. They'll meet while cubes in a drop or pellets of shade. Fit films cannot annul. Orders return whole force flame. And with a blunt push over your impotence, split steam. Split
Yeah, that's my job. Help people forget for a little while. That's what poets do. Sometimes we help people think, point stuff out. Most of the time, it's just stuff, especially on this show. But you know, we got your back, Fela. Whatever you're doing, and you know, that's what friends do. Even cyber friends, YouTube buddies. Someone's got to freaking, we got to take care of each other, because in a way they're not going to, and you know what they say? They say a lot of things.
Tis midnight o'er the dimmer's lonely bosom. Dark, dusky, windy midnight swift are driven. The swelling vapors onward, every blossom bathes its bright petals in the tears of heaven. Imperfect, half-seen objects meet the sight. The other half our fancy must portray. One dull, lengthened sheet of swimming light lies the broad lake. The moon conceals her ray, sketched faintly by a pale and lurid gleam. Shot through the glimmering clouds, the lovely planet is shrouded in obscurity. The scream of owl is silent, and the rocks of granite rise tall and drearily, while damp and dank hang the thick willows on the reedy bank. Beneath the gurgling eddy slowly creep, blackened by foliage and the glutting wave that zaps eternally the cold grey steep. Sounds heavily within the hollow cave. All earth is restless from his glossy wing. The heat fowl lifts his head at intervals. When driving rainy come the bursting squalls. All nature wears her dun-dead covering. Tempest is gathered and the brooding storm spreads its black mantle over mountains form, and mingled with the rising roar is swelling from
the far hunter's booth, the bloodhounds yelling. The waterfalls in various cadence chiming, all in one loud unbroken sheet descending. Salute each other through the night's dark womb, the moaning pine trees to the wild blast bending, are pictured faintly through the checkered gloom. The forest halfway up the mountain climbing resound with crash of falling branches quiver. Their age's mossy trunks, the startled doe leaps from a leafy lair. The swelling river winds his broad stream majestic, deep and slow.
I love Tennessee. So, all right, I'm gonna play two more. It's gonna be more subdued, so yeah, a couple subdued ones to a couple of our faves to start the day out with. All right, here we go.
Within this black hive tonight, there swarm a million bees. Bees passing in and out the moon. Bees escaping out the moon. Bees returning through the moon. Silver bees intently buzzing, silver honey dripping from the swarm of bees. Earth is a waxen cell of the world comb, and I a drone, lying on my back, lipping honey, getting drunk with that silver honey. Wish that I might fly out past the moon and curl forever in some far-off farmyard flower. Within this black hive tonight, there swarm a million bees. Bees passing in and out the moon. Bees escaping out the moon. Bees returning through the moon. Silver bees intently buzzing, silver honey dripping from the swarm of bees. Earth is a waxen cell of the world comb, and I a drone lying on my back, lipping honey, getting drunk with that silver honey. Wish that I might fly out past the moon
flower.
Love that one. That one and this one coming up are always the good ones to, remind people that everything we do here on this program is usually under fair use or public domain and all that stuff, and I think it's pretty cool. So, no issues yet, I guess, sort of. More importantly, my friends, have a good one today. And of course, I'll see y'all out in the chats for a while, maybe, I don't know. And then I got my appointment this afternoon. Well, not my appointment, I'm taking my buddy to his appointment. But tomorrow, we're going to do a Redux interview. I got some already done, but we got plenty over the last couple weeks to review. So it's going to be an interesting show. No Suck Friday. We like those No Suck Fridays for the most part. All right. So, but last but not least for this particular program, I wonder that you got to keep your cage open because a bird might fly in.
Birds are singing round my window, tunes the sweetest ever heard. And I hang my cage there daily, but I never catch a bird. So with thoughts my brain is peopled, and they sing there all day long, but they will not fold their pins in the little cage of song. Birds are singing round my window, tunes the sweetest ever heard. And I hang my cage there daily, but I never catch a bird. So with thoughts my brain is peopled, and they sing there all day long, but they will not fold their pinions in the little cage of song.
I'll see y'all around. See you definitely tomorrow for a redo and review. We like those. And yeah, thank you for spending a just a tad bit of your time with me because we know how precious that can be sometimes. And I had fun. I hope you had fun. You know, of course, I easily amuse myself. So, no, seriously. I will see y'all out in the chats today, tomorrow, and all that stuff. And if anything happens, I'll let you know. Of course, I will.